a billionaire. And I'm going to be giving the option to some of you to take advantage of it today, not tomorrow. Okay? Do I have those who are ready, who are hungry? By the way, you know, I've always told you guys, me, I don't like those who are not hungry for success. Let me start by saying today, and this is very important. Success is possible for everyone who desires it, but you have to be hungry for it, right? Those who are not hungry for success can't make it. Anything you tolerate has the right to remain. Whatever you are okay with, whatever you permit will remain there. You have to be hungry for success if that will be your portion. You cannot be so, comfortable where you are, right? There's no big deal about poverty. Are you kidding me? Right? Are you kidding me? There's no big deal about poverty. Who's telling you that? May you not lose your mother to ovarian cancer because you could not send her to good hospital before you realize that there's nothing to be proud of about poverty. Nothing about poverty you should smile about. There's nothing to even brag about poverty. Poverty is poverty. Hate it. Fight it. Do everything to come out of it. That's how to get wealthy. But if you're saying, it's God that know who will be rich, there's no big deal. Some people will be rich. Now you're not serious. Because the reason many of us are poor, we're not hungry for wealth. We're not hungry for success, which is comfortable, right? It's okay. It's no big deal. Let's not shout too much. Let's not disturb anybody, right? It's no big deal. It's big deal being poor. There's nothing to be proud of being poor. My kids are having the kind of life I never had. I couldn't even dream of it. They're having the best time of their life because their father worked hard to come out of poverty. You have to do the same. Now, my kids are not only going to love me today, they will love me years to come. They will remember what I've done. They will look back at the investment I've made in real estate. They will kiss my picture. They will tell their children, thank God for grandpa. Right? My great-grandchildren will kiss my picture. Mwah! Grandpa built Jasper Estate, Sadius Estate, Sapphire Estate. People will look at my children and say, if not for your father, I will not have a house today. People will look at my children and tell them, I live in one of the estates your father built. When the government refused to develop real estate, your dad rose up to the occasion. Are you hungry for success? Or you are still thinking, who is hungry? I need your response. Are you hungry? Where not only will you make money legitimately, people will talk about the good things you did, the values you added, how you made a change, how you changed the world, because you decide to be responsible. That's what we're talking about here. A lot of times when we talk about wealth and entrepreneurship, people think it's just about money. Yes, money is part of it and money is important, but a major part of it is also the impact that you've made in the world, that the world can remember you as one of those who changed the world. You added value to humanity. So, are you ready for today? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Also, by the way, every day of these 7 days, I'm going to be giving you a gift, and I'm also going to be giving you an assignment. Okay? A gift and an assignment. But it's important that you do those things. Number one, share the link you used to join. It's www.stevehector.com/FI challenge. Share it across. Are you ready? So today, the topic of this particular 7-day financial challenge is how to manage, and multiply money. Now, let me add to it. The topic I'm teaching you today will show you how to make money. We'll show you how to manage money. We'll show you how to multiply money. But number 4, to show you how to transfer the money to the next generation. Okay? And so I have a coaching program on today's topic. It's the real estate coaching program, and you can join. In fact, we're starting the next cohort immediately after this 7-day challenge. And in that, mentorship, you gain access to the Steve Hector University. where you have access to 50-hour coaching program, video courses on real estate. 50 hours. Can everybody type 50 hours? Access to 50 hours. Not just that, you also have an opportunity after you've gone through those 50 hours to have a one-on-one with me, where I'm now going to school you and mentor you, right? Literally every week for another 4 weeks, and show you how to take this to the next level, your real estate business. And it's just one of those amazing things you don't want to joke with, honestly, right? You can sign up today. You have opportunity to join and get some discount at www.stephenakita.com/mentorship. Okay, that's the comprehensive coaching for this. So the coaching is now monthly, but you can go for 3 months or 6 months or even more. Okay, we'll talk more about this coaching later in the course of today's training. Now, how many of you are just meeting me for the first time? If this is the first time you're getting to know me, type first time, okay? So that I know if I need to introduce myself. If this is the first time you're getting to know me, type first time. Wow, we have a lot of first timers. Really lots of first timers. Okay, let me do a brief introduction of myself. I'm Dr. Stephen Akita, Africa's most influential investment coach, and I'm a member of the Forbes Business Council. It's an elite group for people who have built multi-million-dollar businesses and are able to teach how they made it, right? So it's not a group for just being one of the richest people. It's a group for people who can teach what they've learned, how they made it, right? How they became successful. And we write articles for Forbes that gets published on Forbes magazine, where people are able to know about the principle we have used over the years to build wealth. I'm the Group Managing Director of GText Global. We're into real estate, agriculture, IT, software development, e-commerce, logistics, and so on. And we're in 4 continents of the world. By the grace of God, I have written 37 books. Come on, show me some love. 37 books. Okay, show some respect. Come on, guys. Show some respect. It's not been so. So, show some respect, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, show some respect. So basically, we've built wealth over the years, and God has helped us, over the years to build wealth, and God has helped us. And we're grateful, we're glad about how much success we've built. And God has been faithful to us. Over the years, one of the things that has given me joy personally is how we have helped so many people to make it. A lot of people, in fact, one of the testimonies that was being shared while this event was going on was about somebody who was sharing how she joined the Stephen Akita University, and that has changed her life forever. And that has made a lot of sense. Someone said, what's your net worth? Forbes never share them. Yeah, for me, I mean, the Forbes Business Council is not about sharing net worth. I can assure you I'm not close to Dangote, and I'm not among one of the top 1,000 richest people in the world. Okay? So that is very, very important to state very clearly that I'm not among the Forbes, is it 1,000 they call it? I'm not among them. But very soon, it's a matter of fact, it's a matter of time. We're going to get there, right? It's a matter of time, I can assure you. But what's important is that we're already on Forbes Business Council, where we're being acknowledged for how we've built our business into millions of dollars and how we have also been able over the years to have impacted people and teach people how we're making it in business. Okay, so now I think we have enough about that. Also, I've hosted people like Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, and several great people who have been on my platform. And this is the announcement. In fact, today was the day where Forbes officially announced on their social media platform my induction into the Forbes Business Council. And that's the banner. You're free to share with your friends. And it's something worth celebrating, right? For example, we're not up to 10 Nigerians who are on this council. We're not up to 10 that are Nigerians. So you can agree with me that this is something powerful. That we're not up to 10 Nigerians who are on this council, the business council. By the way, there are several other councils. There's a coaching council, there's a business council. So to be among one of those few people in the world and one of the few from Nigeria that Forbes recognize is very humbling, right? Very humbling. Okay. Now I've received several awards, including doctorate degree and several awards in terms of from different people. This is the last time I hosted Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Now I have two new books. One is Billionaire Habits. The other is Billionaire Code. And this is what Brian Tracy said about my book. Okay, so that you know that these are not just anyhow book. These are powerful books. Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy said, this is an amazing book full of wisdom and ideas that you can use to improve your financial situation immediately. All millionaires and billionaires I know around the world practice these ideas to be rich, and so can you. This is what Brian Tracy is saying about my book, you know. So amazing to get to know that. Also, I started a new TV show. My TV show is called The Big Talk with DSA. It's a political and governance show. Basically, the goal of this show is to begin to illustrate the challenges in our political system and how we can fix them, right? How do we begin to fix the loopholes in our politics? How do we make governance better in Africa? How do we change the narrative? And that show is powerful. So you can follow the handle Big Talk with DSA across all social media handle. You can follow and be part of that Big Talk with DSA. Powerful show we've started. It's going to start airing on TVC, AIT channels, television, and of course on social media. And it's a powerful book I'm really, really excited about. Okay, very powerful book. I'm super, super excited about what we are doing. Also very important to say, and I want to say this very well, that, okay, I also have a show called Investment Chat in the Rolls Royce. We've hosted several great people as well. And today's is an introduction into real estate investment called land banking. If you want more, you have to, of course, join the coaching program. So I will be ready. If we're ready for today's class, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Are we ready? Are we ready for today's class? So we're looking at today, okay? We're looking at land banking and how to, you know, build your billions in it. Now, let me tell you this, first of all, this is not a get-rich-quick program. Anytime I teach you anything, I'm not teaching you get rich quick. I didn't get rich quick. This is my 14th year owning my own business. Okay, 14 years of not giving up, whether we made money or we didn't make money in business. 14 years. So definitely I didn't make it by, you know, quick, get rich quick, make it fast, make it quick. I didn't get there. I got to know the principles the same way I'm teaching you today. I was consistent practicing the principle till I made it. And that is how you too need to do yours. That's how you need to get there. If you want to build wealth legitimately, know the principles and start following those principles consistently. That's how I did it. So this is not a get rich quick. This is not do something abracadabra and you make it. If you want abracadabra, land banking is not the way. I'll give you an example. Some of the lands I bought, 7 years ago for 750,000. I waited 7 years. Some of them are going for 10 million naira now. And I did not have a brand new car. In some of those estates, I bought 10 acres, 20 acres, 50 acres, right? I was paying the money small, as I was making money. So a lot of my friends didn't know why I still was not driving a new car, right? They didn't know why I didn't look rich. You know, in Africa, the definition of you being rich is that you drive a big car, is that you wear designers. Okay. Meanwhile, the richest people in the world don't wear any of such, right? You see how unwise many of us are. Okay. The richest people in the world do not wear designers, right? When last did you see Bill Gates on designers? Warren Buffett, when last did you see him on designers? Okay. Even Dangote, who is a Nigerian, when last did you see him on designers? But you see, an average African expect that if you're rich, the proof of that is that you're wearing designers. So we need to change the mindset of our people in how to see wealth. So for me, for years, I looked like a poor man for years. I think it's just recently that, because of maybe my Rolls Royce show and a couple of things, a couple of people see me around. And because we are now in different continents of the world, that people are beginning to say, okay, maybe he has more money. But what I did for years was I kept buying what would secure my own future, my children's future, and even to the 4th generation, or even to the 10th generation if they manage the money well, right? And one of it was land banking. So some land I bought for 750,000, today they are worth 10 million, right? Some that went for 10 million, today are worth 50 million. One of my friend's property that he bought 15 years ago, right? For 12 million naira, we helped him to sell it for 220 million. Can everybody type from 12 million to 220 million? Everybody, I want you to type it from 12 million to 220 million. I want you to type from 750,000 to 10 million, right? So in 7 years, but what this is also showing you is that it takes time, but it's real and it works, right? It works. Right? There's no investment I would have done that will be stable and not break and not fail. I could have bought crypto, right? Yes, but I could as well, the market could crash and I lose almost everything. I could as well invest in Forex and at some point I lose it. So, but one thing with real estate, as long as you buy from the genuine source, from the right people, it stays consistent. Okay, so, and this is very, very important. So today we're looking at how to invest in land banking, start a real estate business, and build a multi-billionaire real estate empire. Like I said, it's not a get rich quick. It's not, we do it today, I will make it tomorrow. So what is land banking? So let's even understand the subject. Can anybody tell us what is land banking? Don't read what I put here. In your own word, what do you think land banking is? Okay, can you type, don't put what is here, because I've already gone to the slide, but in your own word, what do you think is land banking? In your own word. Everybody, I'm waiting. In your own word. Buy land and wait. A laugh bath, absolutely. It's one of the wisest things to do. You buy land and you wait. You wait for it to grow. You wait for it to grow big. Another person says land banking is buy land at edge or savings. Land banking is simply buying land, but many land, no sell. Okay, I want to thank all of you for your definition of land banking. Thank you for doing that. I like that. Okay, I'm happy that you guys are engaging me. So my definition here that I've put here on this slide. Land banking is the practice of buying land as an investment, holding it for a specific future use. So land banking is a practice of buying land as an investment, okay? holding it for a specific use. What are those uses? Number one, it could be that you want to eventually resell it when the prices are way higher. What is the second use? It could be that you are holding it for the purpose of developing it. So I'll give you an example. I did two. I did both. So and I will break it down for you what I did when it comes to land banking. I decided to buy some of those land that I told you I bought for $750,000. What I did was to divide into two. So and this is one of the reasons why one of the smartest thing you can do when it comes to land banking is not to buy just one plot. Okay, is to try and buy 1 acre or at least 3 plots, depending on the money you have, or at least 2 acre or 10 acre. If you have more money, put it into land banking. So here's what I did. So I buy a land. The entire land is 50 acre. Guess what I've decided to do? I will sell 20 acres, right, after it has appreciated. Use the money that I've used to sell 20 acres to start developing the land. So right now, some of those land, I've started fencing them. Some of them that are waterlogged, I'm filling them. Now, what am I doing? First of all, 2 things is happening. The value is now going higher as I sell. 3, I'm now able to start building houses. We started selling houses now. I'll build my green and smart home and even make a lot more money. So I've been able to make money selling some portion of the land. I've used that money to also develop and build houses on the land and still make money from the house. So usually 2 ways you are able, to do land banking is you buy land, you keep it for the future, and then the ultimate goal is either you resell it in future or you do what? Or you develop it and be able to make rental income. So one of the properties I just finished selling out in Dubai here, I took some pictures yesterday and I did some video yesterday. It's called Shoba Heartland. And this land was bought in the 90s for piecemeal by an Indian man. It was bought for nothing. Literally, the land was so cheap when the man got this land. Today, as I speak to you, right? As I speak to you, I sold, my team here in Dubai sold $20 million worth of the real estate for this particular company in the month of January. Can everybody type $20 million? Okay, we sold $20 million worth of real estate for this company. Now, let me tell you what's funny about this property. The entire land, okay, in the 90s when this man bought it, this Indian man bought it, was not up to $20 million. Now, do you know that the one that I sold for $20 million is just 2 units? Everybody say 2 units, 2 units out of over 75 hectares that the man bought in the 90s. And that's what happens in land banking. So you are either buying the land, the goal is in future, you sell the land, just land, or in future, you develop the land. That's what this man has done. So he's doing my same model here in Dubai. He bought the land years ago. He sold some part as land, and he used some of those money to develop it and still selling some part as a developed house. And that's this concept of land banking. How many of you think this is a cool way to make money? If you think it's cool, type this is cool money, cool money. Everybody type cool money. If you think this model is a cool way to make money. Okay. Now, for those of you watching me live on Facebook or any other social media handle, okay, so that is land banking. Do we all understand land banking? Now, if you understand, type I understand, I understand, I understand. If you understand land banking now, type I understand. I have a lot of questions here. I will take your questions. Don't worry. There will be time for Q&A where you can ask questions. So for this to be practical, so that you can see this in a practical way, it's a massive transformation that can happen, right? And that's why all those who have become wealthy, and I'm going to be showing you very soon, all the richest people in the world are doing land banking. All the richest people in the world. All, not some, all of them, right? So if you're really serious about building wealth, transferring wealth, taking it to the next generation, you want to do land banking. Imagine the person who bought this land, 1982. 40 years later, the man will be old. But imagine his children inheriting all these skyscrapers. Imagine. Imagine. And you know what's powerful? You know, somebody's asking, how do I get the link to Zoom? I just mentioned the link again. www.stephenakintayo.com/FI challenge. I just mentioned it, FI challenge. Can somebody help me type it for them across all social media platforms? So very important that you see. Now, whoever made this smart decision, okay, smart decision to have invested in all this land, 1982. Now, let me tell you this. How many of you, now, Shanghai, China, this same place, as at 2002, you can see that there's no more land. So what do they sell here? Who can tell me what they sell here in Shanghai, China? Can anybody tell me what they sell here? Anybody? At this moment, what do they sell here? Somebody say property, flats. No, they still sell land. Airspace, thank you. They call it air rights. So if you want to buy land in this Shanghai, China now, today, okay, you have to buy the air rights. You can't buy. So in other words, you can go and meet the owner. The person has built his house to the 50th floor. So you go meet him and say, you are buying from the 50th floor, okay, to the what? To the 80th floor. That's how they sell land in this location now in Shanghai. Okay? They don't sell, there's no the ground floor anymore. And that's the beauty of land banking. Because if you own the land, even in future, when the entire thing is so developed, you will now be selling the air. Oh, Lord. Many of you don't know the power of real estate. The air rights becomes what you are even selling years to come. So you can, there's power. Now, how many of you know that there are only, two people that are called lords, right? Two people, landlord and judges, because the judges has been given the right to make the law for the land, and then God, the maker of heaven and earth. The only two people who are called Lord in this world is the owner of a land, that's why they call him landlord, okay? And the judge of the land, who has to be given the rights by law, or a person who owns a property. You are the ones called Lord. Lord, landlord. God, landlord. You know why? The owner of a land makes the law for the land. The owner of the land determines the faith and religion of the land. The owner of the land determines, what is beneath the land, what is on the land, and what is above the land. You are powerful on your own land. That's why if you check either in Islam or in Christianity, I don't know, Buddhism, you will see that when God wants to give people wealth, he gives them land. Okay, he gives them land. When God wants to bless people, give them land. Land. Somebody is asking what's my handle on social media, Dr. S. Akintayo. Okay, that's my handle on social media, Dr. S. Akintayo. So when God wants to give somebody a gift, wants to bless you, he gives you land. So you are not yet a rich person onto your own property. It's not about folk mentioning you or not mentioning you, right? It's about what do you have in landed property. Let's look at another location so that you see that this is not a mistake. It's not just in Shanghai. Look at Dubai, 1991, 31 years later. Look at Dubai. Look at Dubai. Same Sheikh Zayed Road, which is where our office is in Dubai. Can you see? This pure desert. See what the desert has turned to in the next picture. Same location, same desert, 31 years later. So a lot of times when some people chat me up and say, I've seen your property, I'm seeing land, I laugh. I say, I'm just seeing land, empty land. And I just burst into laughter. 30 years from now, all this empty land, you'll see me take picture and say, our estate in Ikorodu, our estate in Ibadan, Abuja, this. 30 years later, watch out what will happen to those places. 40 years from now, watch out what will happen to those places. You see, I had to go and study this in Harvard University. I had to go and study land in different parts of the world to understand the business. So I'm not into a business of, we're not, this is I have done my research at a deeper level here. And I know if you want to become very, very rich, you want to do real estate. You want to go into land banking. You want to start buying land today. And you can start at your level. Don't wait. You will never have enough money to buy land. You never. Let me tell you the story of the first land I bought for commercial. When I started this land banking as a business, the first property I got was in a place in Ikorodu. And I remember taking even my friends to that land. And they told me, they said, Stephen, you are getting a waterlogged land. It won't work. You don't have the money, right? How do you develop this place? Don't even go into it. First of all, you don't have all the money to pay for the entire acreage. You don't have all the money. You are paying small, right? Second of all, the money it will cost you to develop this place, don't do it. It doesn't make sense. But I said to them, what I can afford is this waterlogged land. And in this area in Ikorodu, I'm going to start my real estate business here. I'm not giving up. Because let me tell you this, and this is very powerful, and I want everybody to type it down. Do the impossible with the available. Everybody write it right now. Do the impossible with the available. Can everybody type it? Do the impossible with the available. Everybody type it quickly. Do the impossible with the available. It is not what you don't have that limits you. It's what you have, but you don't know how to use. When you keep complaining, I don't have enough. You know, Dr. Stephen, I saw that your estate is going for 10 million. I don't have 10 million. Why not start? You have 3 million in the account. Deposit it and say, GText, oh yeah, take the 3 million. Okay? I will gradually pay the rest. Even if you are charging me commission for default payment, it's better than waiting. Some of our estate that some people refused to buy when it was 5 million, they are now begging us to buy for 20 million. One of our clients, one of our estates in Jasper Estate, he came to me. I told him it's 9 million. He said he saw it went to 6 million. And blah, 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 blah. I said, well, the price has gone up. He was reluctant. He thought it was a joke. He thought the price would come down. You know, the man eventually bought the land for 15 million because it kept going up. So real estate, particularly when you are dealing with development company that know what they are doing, it doesn't go down. It doesn't go down. It keeps going up. Even in war, I was born in Maiduguri. Maiduguri is the northern part of Nigeria. Maiduguri has been at war for almost 15 years now. For those of you watching on social media, we're about cutting off now. Again, the link to join us live on Zoom is www.stephenakintayo.com/FI challenge. Only those of you who join us on Zoom will be getting a gift worth $47, my latest book called Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. So if you're joining us across all social media platforms, I've pinned the link. Join us now on Zoom. Because we are cutting you guys off now. So go register on Zoom, www.stephenakintayo.com/FI challenge. Is also only those of you who register who stand a chance of getting the book and will stand a chance of watching this training to the end. So go join us on Zoom right now. So do the impossible with the available. That's how we got here. Do the impossible with the available. Now, here are a couple of testimonies from my students, and I hope you will share the same with me. I don't know if you will type amen. I hope today that, by the way, is your eye open? Are you seeing the money today? Are you seeing the opportunities? If you're seeing it up, I can see it. I can see it. My eye is open. Okay? Now, I've mentored several people, and you can be one of those people. Okay? You can be one of those people that I'm going to help today to turn your life around in this area. Now, here's one of them. It says, "Good days, sir. My name is Joseph Sunday. I'm reaching out to you from Warri, Delta State. I started real estate company here in Warri because of your coaching program. So I'm pleased to let you know that I have done 500 plots of land in 3 estates owned by us here. The last one in the last 1 year. So in 1 year, this man has gradually acquired 500 plots. Do you know that he has built wealth for the next generation? How many of you agree with me that his generation can't be poor? If you agree, type I agree. Just by one singular action, he's turned the destiny of his life lineage, turn it around. Okay? So I pray that will be your story, but it's not going to come cheap. It's not going to come easy, right? You have to take action. You have to take steps. It's never easy to start something. An object remains on a state of, rest until a force is applied. To start real estate investment, it will cost you a lot. You have to empty your account. Even after emptying it, you will sometimes wonder whether you made the right decision. You will be hungry some days. People will mock you. People will tell you, is something wrong with you? You are no longer like the way you used to be. It's like you're struggling, but you know where you're going, right? And that's how we got here. Now look at some of the richest people in the world who have been able to build wealth through land banking. John Malone, the Turner, who was the founder of CNN, Emerson family, right? I can go on and on. You can see them. Now, these people own millions of acres. Can you type millions of acres? Everybody type millions. In other words, one man owned 2.2 million acres. Oh, Lord of mercy. Do you see that you have not started? That's why when people say, I'm big in real estate, land banking, I laugh because I've not even come near where these guys are. The Turner owns about 2 million acres in the US. Jeff Bezos owns 420 acres. Jeff Bezos, you see why I told you the richest man. In fact, Bill Gates is about to take over from all these people. Bill Gates, yes, you heard me. Bill Gates has been acquiring thousands, hundreds of thousands of acres, farmland. Okay, just been buying them and buying them. All the richest people, these guys kept buying real estate, right? Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you have watched the movie, The Founder? If you have watched the movie, The Founder, type I have. If you have not, type I have not. Type I have not if you have not. Now, the entire movie, for those of you who were smart to really check what it's about, was the story about McDonald's, right? The McDonald's who sell burger. And one of the powerful things that movie, Noah, you guys can cut off on social media now. Let them come and join us on Zoom. One of the powerful things that book, that McDonald's movie was able to show us was that the biggest money of McDonald's is not coming from selling of burgers. How many of you know that McDonald's make more money from land banking than selling of burger? If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. So that gives me to assignment number 2 today. So assignment number 1 is to share this link even after today's class, because this is a 7-day series. And I've gotten amazing speakers. How many of you know one of the trainings we're going to be having is how you can buy Facebook shares called fractional shares, how you can buy Apple shares, how you can buy Amazon shares, how you can buy Uber shares with as low as $50, $100. How many of you are excited about this? Is a 7-day. Listen, after this 7 days, if you remain poor, some people must have gathered on your matter from your village. Yeah. So it's a 7-day journey. And that's why you have to keep sharing this link with as many people as possible. We made it free. If we were to have charged for this event, it will have been $5,000. We've made it free. Don't take it for granted, right? Wrap attention. So number 2 assignment I'm giving you today is to go and watch the movie, The Founder. Now, for all of you who joined the community, we have a WhatsApp group. we're going to be giving you the link to the movie. So Noah, if you have the link to the WhatsApp group, post it here. So you can join. That's if you have not joined before. If you didn't join the 12-day challenge, then you can go ahead and join this, right? But if you have joined the 12-day challenge, no point. If you didn't join the 12-day challenge, then you should go and join this WhatsApp link. We'll post the link to the movie. Now, in this movie, was able to show you how McDonald's make more money from land banking than selling burgers, right? And this is a bigger way they have been able to make money. Okay. Now, how many of you know how McDonald's is able to make more money from land than they are making from burger? Who knows? Who can tell me? Anybody? Can anybody tell us? How is McDonald's? In fact, the CEO was once asked, you guys are in the burger business. I said, no, we're into the real estate business. We're not into the burger business. The burger business is just what we use to hold the land till it develops. So somebody say franchising. Yeah, but that partly not that. So here's the secret for McDonald's. Every McDonald's shop that you see, the McDonald's Corporation own the land. They don't own the building, they own the land. They then lease the land to the franchisees. You see? Now, I'll tell you what that means, and so that you understand how powerful this is. When you get a McDonald's franchise, let's say McDonald's is selling something for $1, a burger for $1. The only thing that comes to McDonald's from that $1 burger can be just 10 cents. Everybody says 10 cents out of $1. Everybody type 10 cents out of $1. Okay, which isn't that much. However, the cost of leasing the land from them gives them more money than the aggregated 10 cents that you are paying on each Big Mac. And I'll give you a typical example. Big Mac in Times Square is the same thing as Big Mac in Johannesburg. And you and I know that Big Mac, the land in Times Square is not the same, is not at the same price as the land in city center in Johannesburg. Okay? So imagine what somebody is paying McDonald's to lease their land and build a McDonald's store in Times Square in Manhattan. So they obviously begin to make more money on what the franchisees are paying for lease than they are making from what they are rewarding them for the franchise on the burger. Okay, and it's a powerful model that McDonald's has mastered over the years. Noah, you've not posted the WhatsApp link. Why is it taking time? Now, how many of you have gotten so much value today? If you've gotten value, type, I got value, I got value, I got value. Come on, everybody. Do you now understand how land banking works? Right? How many of you are going to start land banking today? How many of you are ready to do land banking right now? Right now. How many of you are ready to do land banking? Right now. If you're ready to do land banking right now, type, I'm ready to do land banking now. How many of you are ready? Okay? How many of you are ready to do land banking now? I'm almost getting to the half of my class. I still have a few minutes, about 30 minutes more to go to complete my training. I want to be sure you guys really got value and you're ready. So I'm going to do something tonight. How many of you have right now, not that you're going to go and pray and fast, right now in your account, you have up to $5,000 to do land banking. How many of you? If you do, type I do. Not that you're going to come. You right now, you have it. Okay? Right now, you have at least $5,000 in your bank account. If you do, type $5,000, right? Or whatever amount you have, just type it. Because tonight, I am going to be helping the first 20 people who will chat me up privately to secure their first land, okay, for land banking. Some of you have probably bought land in your village that can go for land banking probably bought land elsewhere, right? If you have $10,000, you have $20,000, you have $100,000, you have whatever $1,000, just type what you have. Okay? And let's see. For those of you who want to do land buy, someone say what's the equivalent of, $5,000? That's about 2.5 million Nigerian naira. But we have a lot of people who are not from Nigeria here. Okay. So some people have, somebody say he has $50. Well, you have a long way to go. Now, good news, in the course of today, this 7 days, I'm going to be teaching you how to become a property broker. You can sell property with us in Dubai, in US, in UK, in Nigeria, and be able to make money enough for you to raise your capital to start doing land banking. And make sure that you don't eat with 5 fingers. So as you get commission, don't eat all, right? Which is where many people make mistakes. I also started, selling property for other companies as I was making my money. For example, here in Dubai right now, we're starting our development here in Dubai this year. So when we got to Dubai last year, the same model we did in Nigeria is what we did in Dubai. We started by becoming a brokerage firm for big real estate companies in Dubai. As we were making money, we were making arrangements to start our own development. So you can all do that. Don't always claim lack of money is the reason you didn't start. Everybody has an entry point. Can everybody type that? There is an entry point. Everybody type that. Every single person has an entry point. But you have to be hungry for it. You have to be willing to take action. You can't just fold your hands and think everything's going to work. Even brokerage is not easy. It's not easy to convince people to buy property from you. You have to understand how the business works. You have to know many people will be discouraged. Many will tell you they are not buying. Many will insult you. Many will tell you, leave me alone. Right? So to even sell real estate is also not easy. Right? Some will call you scammer. Some will tell you, you stole my money. You're a thief. You are this. You're that. I have had several insults on social media. I remember one day, somebody just went on social media and said, you scammer. And I said, how did I scam you? In fact, one sent me one, and it even sent it to my DM. He said, scammer. I then replied, I said, who scammed your father? Suddenly he said, apologies. It was not for you. Now, I just sometimes wonder why the new social media now is blackmail, right? Is loose words. And some people just say it to divert attention, to get attention to themselves. I don't know whether it's a case of mental health, where people just like to troll, just to attract attention to themselves. I don't know. But social media bullying has become the order of the day now, right? And sometimes it's difficult. Somebody says mental health. I agree. I think it's a mental health issue, right? Because people just say things. Like, it's sometimes when you investigate, you now realize that it's just, and somebody just literally saying words. One day somebody posted on my page, I don't even know this Steve Akita, but I just don't like him. I'm like, how can you not know somebody and not like the person? Right? I don't get it. You don't even know me and you don't like me. How does that work? You don't know somebody and you just type, I was shocked that day. How can you say that? And the guy said, he said, I don't even know this guy, but I just don't like him. I just hate him. That's pure witchcraft. Pure witchcraft. It's just insane. Right? But it is well. We will not give up. Okay? We will not give up. Right? I have a strong passion to help people. And no matter how much people try to frustrate me, I'm just not going to give up. Right? I'm just not going to give up. Because when I see testimonies of those whose life has changed, it encourages me to keep on going. Right? And I'm not just going to let some people who have vowed that they're not going to make it in life. Because some people have vowed that they don't want to become somebody important in life. It's their choice. And we're not going to allow others who are determined to make it to be affected by others who don't want to achieve anything. So let's go on. So McDonald's is basically a real estate company. Why in real estate business, the only reasons we sell hamburger is because they are the greatest producer of revenue from which our tenants can pay us rent. Can you see that? Harry J. Sunborn, McDonald's founder. In other words, what he's telling you now is that the real business is actually land. Okay? So what they've done is to produce a burger as a product that help their tenants to pay rent. Can you? What a business model. I buy land and I have a product that I'm encouraging you to sell so that you can keep paying me rent. Powerful. And you know the funny thing, when McDonald's eventually closed down a location after the whole place is so developed, they make times 100,000% of the value they got that property. So here's another testimony. This is from Chukwu Sunday Onyebuchi. By the way, please, can you get that testimony from the guy that did over $1 billion? Right? I think we have that testimony. Add it to one of my slides, please. And the next slide time I'm treating this topic, add it, please. So shortly after I started following your value-loaded land property investment teaching here in 2022, I bought 3 properties in 2 years. One of the properties I bought for less than 25 million, right, has appreciated to 70 million. Can you clap for me, the coach? Come on, clap for me, guys. So you see how God has used me to change people's life. You see why I can't be discouraged by, right, somebody just talking rubbish. Because whenever I get testimonies like this, it erases all this nonsense that I see sometimes, right? Because this is somebody whose life has turned around. He will never forget me. He will talk about me to his generation, right? And say, one man made me buy this property, okay? Please note, I'm giving all of you a gift of my book, which is called Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. I'm only giving it to those who wait till the end. So if you don't wait till the end, do not ask me for the book. Also, can you post the link again, Noah? And you can get start preparing another second WhatsApp group in case this one gets filled. Post the link again. So they've posted the link. This is the WhatsApp link for you to join the community of these 7 days so that you hold each other accountable. Now you submit the founder movie that we're going to be giving you. You must submit 7 things you learn before 4 p.m. tomorrow, 4 p.m. West African time. You must submit 7 things you learn after watching that movie, right? You must show evidence that you have shared the link of this webinar across all your social media platforms. Those are the 2 assignments. I'll still give you one more assignment before we wrap up today. Okay, I am also giving the book to those who finish the class, please. Land banking, okay, and its benefits. Are you ready? How many of you want to know the benefits of land banking? If you are ready to know the benefits of land banking, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Noah, the group is filled up. Can you create a new link? Are you ready? What is the benefits? What are the benefits? If I'm doing land banking, what are the benefits? Long-term appreciation is number 1. So land banking gives you a long-term appreciation. You're able to, it keeps appreciating and appreciating. Number 2, low entry point, right? So if you want to buy a house, it can be the cheapest house, for example, that we sell here in Dubai is $200,000. Everybody say $200,000. Now, you don't need up to $200,000 to start land banking. You don't need up to that. So it's a lot cheaper to start land banking. $200,000 is the cheapest house we sell here in Dubai. In Nigeria, average of $50,000 to $100,000. So, but with land banking, you can start with $5,000. You pay gradually. You can even start with $2,000. You make a deposit and you spread the balance over time. Okay, as long as you have integrity to pay. Minimal overhead. So unlike in real estate, when you build a house, you have to maintain it. You have to paint the house regularly. You have to furnish the house. When things get bad, you have to keep correcting it, right? But in land, once you buy the land, you can leave it there. You don't need to spend more money maintaining any land. Now, if you buy it from a credible real estate company, okay, maximum flexibility as well. Maximum flexibility. These are amazing opportunities that you have in land banking. So what are the special characteristics distinguish real estate from other economic resources? Number one, fixed location. When you do real estate, it's fixed, doesn't move anywhere. Number two, uniqueness. Number three, interdependent of land uses. Number four, long life. Number five, long-term commitment. Number six, large transaction. Number seven, long gestation period. Real estate is long-term. So all these short-term thinking, short-term money, that's not land banking. The thing is there for years and years to come. What unique characteristics give local comparative advantage for certain users? So when you want to do land banking, what are the key things to look at? How do you know a good place to do land banking? Nearness to good transportation. So how do you identify the right land banking opportunities? Okay, so how do you take advantage of, how do you know right land banking? Okay, how do you know which one is land banking, which one is the right land banking opportunity to take advantage of? How do you know? Okay, and that's very, very important. So number one is transportation facilities, right? Transportation facilities. So when you're buying a land close to major transportation facility, now that's a good location to do land banking. Number two is educational facilities, right? So if you're buying a land close to a university, a major, unique higher institution, yes, even if it's secondary school, there are certain special secondary schools that also gives you those opportunities. Like if you're investing in those locations, yes, you want to do that. Number three is created environment, right? So, which is what GText Homes is doing with all our estates, green smart home. When all our estates will have unique facilities that will be there. Some will have a golf course, some will have a polo club, some will have certain unique opportunities. Okay, now that's called created environment. Everybody type created environment. So a created environment is quite unique. Okay, a created environment is unique in itself, where a developer comes into play and creates a unique environment. Number four, natural resources. Okay, so there are places, for example, one of our estates, one of our estates is in Jasper Estate and it's close to the sea. Now, because of the sea, nearness to the sea, Dangote decided to do a refinery, being able to get crude oil down, refine it. Now, because of those unique resources, now there's now a deficit of housing, particular quality housing for all these expatriates. There's the seaport that also came into the axis. There's the airport, right? That's part of sea closer to climate. So certain climates, people like living close to the beach. So we have two estates now that are close, three estates that are close to the beach, right? That's climate. Labor force, right? That's still part of the one of Dangote refinery. Because of all this amazing infrastructure coming to Ibejileki, now labor force has gone up. Dangote alone has employed over 57,000 people, and of which 15,000 are expatriates, Indians, Chinese, right? So this has created a situation where now people need houses, people need land, property prices going up. More companies are moving in. Property value keep going on. Let me give you an example. One of our estate that started selling at the rate of 1.5 million 2019 currently goes for 15 million. Can you believe that? 1.5 million to 15 million. Everybody type it in that Ibejuleki axis. From 1.5 million, okay, now to what? To 15 million. Why? Because of labor force, climate, location, all of that. Between 2019 October and now. These are the factors. So this is what you consider. You don't just buy any land. You have to look at the opportunity. There are certain things you look at for before doing land banking. Number 7 is leadership. So who are the developer of that place? Who are the leadership of that? A lot of people have invested with us in GText because of the leadership of our organization. Aside me being the MD, our COO has over 20 years in construction. The last project he handled before he joined GText was a 102-story building. Everybody type 102-story building, right? Has all the certification, is certified, even here in Dubai before he joined us in Nigeria, okay, to handle construction, right? Our chief marketing officer is Mr. Fleming. He's going to be joining us on the day, my next time when I'm going to be training. You'll be meeting him. He's from Denmark. He's also had over 20 years, right, in marketing, leadership, right? So being able to have a strong leadership behind our business and our company, and that's why you see me bold and public with whatever I do, right? If you have skeleton in your cupboard, you're not going to be as public as I do, right? I've been so public because there's nothing to hide, right? You know, and we're there, we're here any day, anytime, we're in business. Our offices are everywhere in the world. We have more than 10 offices, US, UK, Dubai, and 7 locations in Nigeria. So at our level, we've provided strong leadership. People are able to trust the brand, deal with the brand, and it's an accountable brand, okay? That is constantly in your face, right? So if there's an issue, it's easy to detect. Lastly, local laws and regulations, right? Local laws and regulations are part of the factors to consider when it comes to land banking. Okay, very powerful. Local laws and regulations. So what does local law mean? What are the local laws and regulations that is able to support the growth of land banking? Now, in Nigeria, local laws may not necessarily support, but there is a huge housing deficit in Nigeria, over 20 million. Lagos currently is almost 20 million, and according to Washington Post, the population of Lagos State by 2100 will have grown, ladies and gentlemen, to 80 to 100 million people. And this land size wouldn't have increased. So where would people be? So if you own any piece of Lagos, you are so rich. In fact, Lagos is number 1 highest return on investment in the whole of Africa, followed by Abuja. Then the number 2 is Port Harcourt and Johannesburg or something, one of that South African city. How many of you can see the money? Can you see the land banking money? Are you seeing or you are not seeing? Okay, how many of you can see this? If you can see it up, I can see the money. 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 Talk to me, guys. Okay. I can see a lot of you are excited, and you can see the money as well as I can as well. Good. So as I start wrapping up, how do you start your own estate? Number 1, determine what you want to be known for. If you're going to start your own estate, first of all, have a unique idea around it. You can't be everything. Define your audience. Who are those who are going to be buying from you? For example, we decided to define our audience that most Nigerians living in Nigeria cannot afford what we sell. So we make ourselves more unique and flexible for those in diaspora, right? Because we wanted to sell legitimate land to people. And we're able to do that, and it's working. You can decide to say, oh, I want to do mass market. I want to sell cheap land, 500,000, 300,000, come and own a land. Your choice. But know your market, define your audience, research the industry. Don't just go into real estate without understanding the market. Okay, ask for reviews and understand how the business works. Prepare an elevator speech. Embrace networking like this one. That's why you should all join the WhatsApp group. Embrace community. Join a community, right? You talk, you gist, you communicate. Ask questions and ask for recommendations. So if you'll be able to service somebody well, like you see me do, when we service a client well, we ask them to give us testimony. It's important to us. We need to get their testimony. Even for this 7-day challenge, we need you guys to drop your testimony. How has it changed your life? How has it impacted you? What have you learned? Right? Grow your online presence. Let people know you online. Online is how you do business right now. I've been able to grow my business today online. Okay? Big time online. Also, remember that your brand is not just online. So grow it offline as well. Do meetings, physically meet people, organize meetings where you are meeting people and getting to know them. Ladies and gentlemen, did you get value today? If you got value, type, I got value. If you got value, type, I got value, I got value, I got value. Elevator speech, yes, I have an elevator speech. When you meet people, what you're going to say to them that get them to want to connect with you. Mine is simple. Hello, my name is Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I help rich people make more money through real estate investment. What do you do? What's your name? The person will tell me. And and then I wrap it up. So are you interested in helping you make more money through real estate investment? Once the person says yes, I ask for their number and when next we can meet so that I can explain better to them. Your elevator speech is between 30 to 60 seconds, right? Just something to glue them to you. So if you want to learn more, we have this coaching program. It's global in nature. You're able to learn different aspects of real estate. It's a 6-month program, 3-month coaching program, and you want to take advantage of it. Go to www.stephenakita.com/mentorship, right? These apply particularly to those of you who are not interested in investing in Nigeria, in Dubai, in UK or US. You're in Cameroon, you're in Ghana, you want to start your own real estate company, you want to start making real estate decisions of your own. So you can, of course, go ahead and take advantage. Okay. So what do we have? So this is how to join the program. So you go to that link. Once you go to that link, you see after making payment, you can, of course, choose. There are 2 options there. There's the option to join the Stephen Akita University. Okay, there's the option for the one-on-one coaching program. Once you join, the coaching program is very, very important. This is very, very important that you send us a mail. Okay, if you're paying VAT, you can pay via transfer. You can use your card to pay. And there's a coupon as well that you can use to get some discount for yourself. So today's 3-month coaching program is $10,000, but I think there's an opportunity to pay $1,000, right? So you can take advantage of that today. By tomorrow, the price will have increased, by the way, you need to know that. And so I don't do, again, the link is www.stephenakita.com/real estate mentorship. Now, if your net worth isn't changing, change your network. Everybody write that down. Everybody, I want you to type it now. False habits. And these habits are in quotable quotes. If your net worth isn't changing, change your network. In other words, if your money is not increasing, like somebody who's complaining that he doesn't even have up to $5,000 to start land banking, then change your network. Okay, obviously the caliber of people you are connecting with, the caliber of people you have made your friends need to change. Okay, they need to change. And it's very important. Many of us think it's arrogance whenever we tell you that two poor people can't help themselves. You think it's arrogance. You think we're asking you to not to mix with poor people. That's not true. A lot of people around me are not rich. Okay, I don't even discriminate. If I do, I won't have employees, right? So, but what we're saying is that once you choose to become friends with people, right? People you go and meet and say, I want to be your friend. Let them be people who are making progress. Let them be people who are moving forward. Okay, let them be people who are intentionally decided to grow their wealth. Number 2, this is by Warren Buffett, because these are real estate gurus who have invested heavily in real estate investment, heavy, including Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett practically owns almost half of the businesses in Omaha, Nebraska, right? It's crazy. So, by the way, I don't care what business anybody is doing. Real estate is key, is the backbone of their business, no matter what they do. He says the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. Okay, everybody type that quote, because this is also where people make mistakes. A lot of people are not investing in being a better person, in learning more, okay, and in growing. People are not doing that. Okay, they're not investing in learning more, in growing, in being a better person. You're not doing that investment. You can't build wealth if you're not doing that. I tell people to be richer financially is to be richer mentally. Please, everybody write that down. That's a quotable quote by Dr. Stephen Akintayo. To be richer financially is to have been richer mentally. In other words, the more richer you become mentally, the more richer you become physically, right? So your physical wealth is a function of your mental wealth. Rich people use debt to leverage investment and grow cash flow. Poor people use debt to buy things that makes rich people richer. Oh, powerful. Everybody write that quote. In other words, rich people use debt to leverage investment. So a rich man will use debt to buy more real estate, to buy more asset. A poor man, okay, will use debt to buy what makes rich people richer. The owner of a Rolls Royce, the founder of Rolls Royce, the Rolls Royce company keeps getting richer because some people keep buying cars. Of course, rich people will buy Rolls Royce. Many of them use it for business. That's another talk for another day. Okay? Another talk for another day. But somebody else who is not as rich as those people want to be like that. He to go and buy Rolls Royce. And in his own case, it doesn't necessarily make him richer. It just makes the seller of Rolls Royce richer. Right? So another word for this is that poor people buy what they don't need to impress people who don't care. Rich people, on the other hand, just increase their assets, increase their business, even if you don't know they own it. They're not trying to impress you in the first place. Bill Gates says this: if you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. Everybody write that down. Okay? If you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you remain poor, if you die poor, it's your own mistake. Right? Now that you are born poor, it's your job to come out of poverty. It's your job to do everything it takes to get out of it. I'm not saying it's easy. You have to take risk. Okay? And risk is tough to take. How many of you know that the reason poor people are poor is because they hate taking risk? If you know, type I know. Please, we cannot add anybody to any group. Nobody should post any number here. Okay? We'll give you the link for the group when we're ready. How many of you know that the reason poor people get poorer is because they hate taking risk? I'll give an example of what I'm talking about. How many of you know that I failed in almost 20 businesses before I made it in real estate? If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Let me say it again. How many of you know that I have failed in almost 20 businesses before I made it in real estate? Even in the real estate, I made a loss at some point, of 120 million, almost about 250,000 US dollars. And in fact, it was when I lost them 250,000 US dollars that I vowed that I must make it in this same real estate. But do you know what poor people do? Once they fail once, they stop doing that thing. They even announce to the whole world, I will never do it again. I made that mistake once, God forbid, I will never do it again. I don't believe in all these things. Go and ask all the rich people. They've lost, they will do it again. They fail, they do it again until they make it. Because it's just how wealth is done. Nobody made it once. Nobody made it at the first attempt. Nobody became successful at the first time trying it. Nobody is rich that has not lost money, including Bill Gates. You do the thing, you fail, you try it again, you fail, you try it again, and you keep at it till it works. It's how we got here. And that's why it's unfair when you see rich people and think they are lucky. That's why average rich person will tell you, I hate it when people tell me I'm lucky. Right? Because I wasn't. I kept failing, I kept trying, I kept doing it. Then somebody will say, I've lost my money. When you ask them, how much did you lose? What is annoying, if you ask them how much did they lose, it's not even up to $5,000. And they've told the whole world they will never do it again. Are you kidding me? A lot of these big guys almost drowned. The Elon Musk were all praising. You know, during Donald Trump's tenure, Elon Musk almost sank. The same Elon Musk that everybody is shouting Elon Musk now. Donald Trump's government had to bail out Elon Musk. I don't know if you know. Same Elon Musk now that it seems to like, he now has some magic every day. The guy is now topping with Jeff Bezos among the richest people. Right? The guy was almost buried. Right? During Trump time, things were bad for him. He needed cash. People were asking for refund. People were asking for refund. People who bought Tesla and couldn't get their Tesla 2 years later were asking for their refund. How many of you know that? Okay? No, it was Trump time that he was challenged and Trump bailed him out. In fact, Trump had to say that he's one of the best brain we have. We have to help him. Okay? So people don't get this dimension about those who are rich. That's why there's nobody who is rich that has not been accused of scam at some point. How many of you know Alibaba Jack Ma? I remember the day I watched live television where Alibaba was being accused of scam on live television. So you.com, Alibaba, tell us, have you ever made money? You keep collecting more money, keep doing valuation, collecting more money for Alibaba. Have you ever made money? He said, no, we have not. This .com bubble is a scam. On national television, on world, not even national, global television. But is Alibaba a scam today? Is Alibaba not one of the biggest e-commerce company today? As an entrepreneur, you're the one that know where you are going. People are free to say what they feel like. It's their opinion and they're entitled to it. And it's just normal. They will say what they feel like saying, but you know where you're going. So if you don't like to take risks, now let me say this, I should write it down. It is risky not to take risks. Everybody write it down. It is risky. You can't just keep living your life and not trying it. It is risky not to take risk. Right? It is risky. In fact, the biggest risk you're going to make in your life is not taking the risk. You failed once, move on. And don't bring around yourself pity party people who are going to be, sorry, you lost Abi, don't mind them, they're all scammers. Don't do it. When I lost 120 million Nigerian naira to real estate scam, I did not tell anybody until I made it. I did not tell anybody. We paid for a particular land. We were to go and erase signing. Youth showed up and said, the person we paid to did not give them a dime, and the person doesn't own the land. We cannot erect our signage there. You know what we have seen in this our business? Hey, right? What my eyes have seen. But it's the same business that I've become a billionaire today. If not for that same business, I won't be on Forbes, right? In terms of being a Forbes Business Council member. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will make it. Can I get an amen? Just don't give up. Here's my latest book. Okay? All the who is who. Hear what they have said about my latest book. Right? I love these great people. This is what Grant Cardone said, Brian Tracy. No, let's start with John Maxwell. John Maxwell said, Dr. Stephen is my friend. I respect what he's doing as a real estate company. Okay? Grant Cardone says, this guy is amazing, a phenomenal human being. That's what Uncle G said about me. Robert Kiyosaki said, if you want to be a billionaire, you have to think like a billionaire and think bigger. That's why you need Billionaire Habits by Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Les Brown says, you are an icon, a forceful good on the planet. God has chosen you for that, and I recognize that. Dr. Les Brown. Damon John, the CEO of Fubu, this is what he has to say about me. He says, I know he's putting you on the right track. I have met him. He's really amazing. That's what the owner of Fubu, who is worth $6 billion, said about me. Now, what did you say about me? Yeah, let me hear. What are you saying about me? Come on. Let me hear you. Now, do you see why I have no business with nobodies who says nonsense? How many of you agree with me? If you agree, type I agree. Now, okay, if people at this level, global icon, are saying this about me, what's now my business with somebody who doesn't have an address, that doesn't like my face? It's their opinion and they are entitled to it. Right? Aha. And the same you have to also do. Become so important, add value that most important people will say good things about you. Right? All these nobodies who are disturbing you up and down, and you are taking their matter serious. Get your life busy. Right? It's what great people are saying about you that matters. Okay. As we wrap up, T-Bone Pickens says, the one thing that is different between successful and failure is taking risk. Can everybody type that down? The one thing that is different between successful and failure is what? Taking risk. Remember I said that earlier. The one thing that is different between successful and failure is taking risk. That's the difference. So sometimes when I see people come on social media, oh, I did one business like that, I lost all my money. Don't believe them. Don't say you. That's a failure talking. Because the difference between successful people and failure is taking risks. That's the difference. Right? That's the difference. Mark Cuban says, focus on building the best possible business. If you are great, people will notice you and opportunities will appear. Focus on building the best possible business. Okay? If you are great, people will notice you and opportunities will appear. So focus on what is important, not what people are saying. Here's another testimony. Anotade Victor says, of truth, I never knew helping people can cause such a great reward. You, Dr. Stephen, gave me on the 23rd of January 2022. Back then in OOU, your talks of achievement was like a child's play. Reading your book, Billionaire Habit, gave me flashback to the things you said then. I am grateful. Long live Dr. Stephen Akintayo, long live GText. So this guy, Anotade Victor, went to school. You know, I used to say big things in OOU. The guy actually accommodated me on campus. You know, so on the 23rd of January, I met him back. We reunited in Ibadan, you know, and, you know, I decided to give him back $1 million just to thank him. And I never knew he needed the money until he came back to my office to thank me. And he also bought my book. And I hope he's on the right track to building good wealth for himself, because, and that's why they said there's no classmate. You know, there's only classmate, there's no life mate. In life, we all determine our class. He's finished school over 15 years and has not been able to do something great. I hope some of the things he has contacted from me begin to turn things around. And he was saying while reading my book, he just remembered on campus, I kept telling them, I'm 10 years ahead of you guys. I'm 15 years ahead of you guys. I'm going to leave school. I'm going to start my business. I'm going to be this. They all were mocking me. They were laughing. They said my head was not correct. Right? Many said I was arrogant. How can you just be talking like this? Nobody knows tomorrow. So today, when they read my book, they just remember the flashbacks to what I used to say on campus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get anything from today's class, I want you to write this down. You are the prophet over your destiny. Start speaking what you want to see in your life. Everybody write it down. You are a prophet over your destiny. Start speaking what you want to see in your life. I repeat it again. You are a prophet over your destiny. Start speaking what you want to see in your life. Everybody write that quote down. And I want to beg you, if that's the only thing you learn from this, don't forget it. No matter what you're saying, no matter what's happening, keep saying positive things about yourself, about your life, about your business. No matter how things are looking tough, just keep saying it. I'm going places. Doors are opening. Things are working. We are moving mountains. The business is changing. Just keep saying it, right? It's not always easy with me, but I keep saying what I want to see. Never depend on single source of income. Make investment to create the alternative. And one of those investments is land banking. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after will be sunshine. So as you start your land banking business, it's going to be tough to start raising money to pay for land. It's not easy. But tomorrow will be great. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after will be sunshine. Okay. Afghan Kambrad. The most dangerous poison is the feeling of achievement. The antidote to every evening think what you have done better tomorrow, what you can do better tomorrow. So always get better, always improve. So again, the link for you joining my coaching program today, okay, instead of paying $10,000, you have that opportunity. We've reduced it from 6 months to 3 months. So you can pay $1,000 today, but you have to pay right now. www.stephenactel.com/real estate mentorship. If you've gotten so much value for free, what will happen to the paid one? What will happen? Remember, this is an intro. Because you got some value now, don't just assume, you know it all. You don't know it all. This is just the beginning of a journey. And it's a long journey. So start now. Okay. Now you can join my coaching program. Start with the Stephen Actel University. It's a monthly coaching program. You can start with $26,790 per month, right? There's a testimony by one of our students. Do you remember? Is he here? Is the video testimony video here that you started today's class with?
It's not on the slide, but Jamie can replay it. Jamie, can you play it now?
Okay, Jamie, if you can play it, fine. I'm going to stop. So I will start taking questions. When you start playing it, I will stop for you to play. So I have Jacob says, okay, Jacob has shared the link, so he qualified to get the book. So if you want to get the book, join the group on WhatsApp. Can you post the link on WhatsApp again? Join it. We're going to be posting the link for the movie you must watch and the link to the book as well. The book is called Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. Someone said, how do I join the WhatsApp group? They are posting the link again. Please, if you have question, post it on the question button, not on the general group. Okay? You will see Q&A. Click on that Q&A and post your question there. Fleming Arunuba says, my name is Fleming Arunuba. I have a new startup idea to solve housing deficit crisis in Nigeria, but nowhere to pitch the idea and get funding. I'll be best gifts if I can pitch to you. First of all, I no longer hear people's idea. I'll tell you why. The idea you are talking about, I probably have it already, and I may not have executed it because even me, I don't have the money. I don't have all the money to execute it. Because sometimes people always assume we have all the money in the world. Let me give you an example, Fleming. To build my 25,000 green and smart home and 200 estate, I need $20 billion. $1 billion, I've not set my eye. Okay, I've only made billions in Nigerian naira. Is this year I'm pushing to see whether I can do $1 billion, which is why I've teamed up with Grant Cardone, who did $2 billion last year, so that I can learn from great people like that. So a lot of the ideas you talk about, many of them are money related, and we all are looking for money. This is my advice to you, Fleming. Find a starting phase to your idea. You don't need to pitch it to a nobody. People no longer fund ideas. People fund what you have started. My advice, start as a property broker, okay? As you make money, start small. As you grow the thing, it's people like us that look for you and tell you, let's partner. I no longer listen to people's idea because I've had a situation whereby people come share idea. I have the same idea. The day we go and execute it, they will come and say, Dr. Stephen stole my idea. I went to share the idea with him and he stole it. So please, I don't hear idea anymore. Don't come and share any idea with me. I'm not interested. Okay? But my advice, start with what you have. Remember we said, do the impossible with the available. Start as a broker. Because even that idea, we still need marketing. And if you can market other people's existing real estate well, when you're able to start your idea, you'll still be able to market it well. Now, how do I manage land grabbers? First of all, don't ever buy land from Omonile. I just showed you some of our estates. They may be more expensive than that of Omonile, but remember, Omonile always sell the land to 5 people. Okay, don't forget that. That's why don't bother yourself with, oh, land is expensive. Just buy it from the right people. Buy it from people who know what they are doing, right? That's all. But to go and buy from Omonile, you're in trouble. You are in big, don't even say you bought land if you are buying from Omonile, right? You don't even have a land. So if you're really serious about doing real estate business, either you look for a mentor like me to mentor you on how to start acquiring your own real estate, okay? And you pay me for that. And I'll even show you some properties that maybe I couldn't acquire that you can now go ahead and acquire. That's why we have those coaching programs. So these are properties that our lawyers have been able to do their findings. If I have students that I even go and help them negotiate the property as though it's my own, you know, and I use my force, I use my personality to make sure no family people. There's some land when we go and buy, we go with tank of military men, policemen to go and buy them. Okay? Just so that nobody will end up cheating us. So when they know that now police get the land or now soldier get the land, they keep quiet. Everybody just move off. So there's a lot we do to make sure they don't grab land from us. That's also what you benefit when you join my, let's say, higher coaching program for that. I have students even in Kenya that I traveled with to Kenya to go and inspect the guy's property for him. Right? So I do mentorship in different parts of the world. If you're interested, I can mentor you and guide you. But if you don't have money to even start your own real estate, start buying 1 plot, 2 plot, 5 plot from GText Homes. I promise you, you will not regret it, right? You've seen so many people testifying as to how their life changed through real estate investment. And today, I'll even give 20 people an opportunity, okay? But please, let me say this because we have over 300 people here. How many of you, according to what we said, have at least 2,000 to $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, and you want to start land banking tonight, you already have the funds. I will get one of our wealth advisors to guide you, to mentor you, and they will show you one or two opportunities that we have, and you can take advantage of it. Aisha Ibrahim, you're already doing that now. Just finish the ones you are doing. Don't keep joining new ones. Finish your investment before you jump into another. Aisha Ibrahim is one of our investors, happy investor. She's based in Kano. Aisha Ibrahim, do you want me to pull you up so that you share your testimony? You are one of the beneficiaries of our land banking business. Okay? Because, by the way, when I all this testimony we share, they are not in any way to brag. It's just because we understand the psychology of Nigerians, right? Nigerians believe bad news than good news. I don't know if you know that. Okay? You can see, is it Michael, his name? Ordinary software was commenting. Michael was already wishing he was he was wishing he was really human being. These are the people that, thank God, say God know your person. They are the ones who are they are the ones who are willing to immediately they are ready to quickly finish one's destiny. We knew it, all of them. So some people, they cannot wait to just, and it's a mindset. Like your mind has already told you people cannot be genuine, they can't be legit, it's a lie, they're just deceiving people. So he didn't even know it was a robot, right? You got your customers are complaining, you didn't address them. God will save Nigerians. God will save us. And our mindset, I remember saying to somebody, I said, if a woman comes out in public today and say, you're Dr. Stephen has impregnated me, I have 2 children for him, he has refused to take care of all of you who claim I'm your mentor, you will join. I said, we knew it. That guy. He has children now outside. He won't take care of them. I mean, people cannot wait, and they will claim. And I'm not surprised they did it to Jesus. Hosanna today. Before you know, crucify him. The same Jesus that they say Hosanna, human beings. Me, I'm just doing my own for God. If I say I should put my trust in human being, I am finished. And I'm sure Michael is not the only one who had that opinion when he was saying those comments. I'm sure others too were feeling like, you know, but usually when you see something, it's usually, if it's a client complaining, a client will, first of all, the name will be proper name, not Leo, not Max XX. Second of all, the person will lay in detail, okay, what he or she is complaining about. And it's normal. I always address it. If you know me very well, if a client is complaining about something, I'll address it. If the client needs to call the office, if the client needs to send email to somebody, I will mention it. I mean, there's no big deal to that. I mean, we've had clients do business with us in huge figures. Let me give you an example. A man here in Dubai paid for one of the properties we sell here in Dubai to the tune of $2.5 million. Everybody say $2.5 million. Yes, that's what he paid. And the unit, that particular unit, had been sold by the time his money came in, right? We send the guy a mail. I just, for confidential, if I remember telling that, we should even post this on social media so that people know the level of integrity we operate with. We send the man a mail that we're about to refund his money because the property has been sold, right? And you know the funny thing, the man still went to buy, he said, no, he doesn't need the refund. He still went to buy another of the properties we sell here in Dubai. So if at the level of 2.5 million, the most of my Nigerian clients, how much is the transaction? Yeah, 20 million, 30 million naira, not dollars. So come on, trust me. God will help us, eh? So if he says, what is your thought about the prediction that Lagos and other coastal area will submerge in 50 years? My thought is the same as the Bar Beach. Remember, the Bar Beach was always being flooded. Those of you who are older, remember the Bar Beach was always being flooded, right? And all they did was to reclaim the land. And today we have Eco Atlantic, which is one of the most expensive land in the world today. Okay? The same thing with Dubai. Dubai is also coastal, right? All Dubai keep doing is to reclaim. The technology to make sure land don't submerge are there. Okay? Even the ones of Lekki Phase 1 is pure drainage issue. Once everybody do their drainage and the drainage is cleared, okay, the water goes down in no time. Okay, so this is not a submerge issue or no submerge. We had the same issue with Bar Beach. Today, Bar Beach has turned to Eco Atlantic. You can Google it. Many of you don't know that story again. So, plus also very important, you don't need to buy real estate for your own house. You are buying for investment. In that 50 years, you will have gotten back your capital, profit, and you still be able to resell it. Okay? Because coastal area appreciate faster than non-coastal areas. You are welcome, Ify. Next question. How can we find clients to sell property to through digital marketing? That's another course for another day. Join the coaching program. No, join the Stimakta University, right? We teach all of these things there. Okay, join the Stimakta University. We teach all of these things there. Olubusola Jumobi says, how can I create other source of income for myself? I'm not depending on salary. Well, keep watching. Let me see. Samuel Zizi, what should I do when estate developers collect your money and refuse to give you land? Well, do business with GText, because at GText, we deliver 100%. Okay? You may say we are more expensive, but that's why we deliver. You see, most of these estates who collect your money and don't give you land are the ones who are doing cheap estates. And you all like cheap estates. Any wafa, wofo, right? Anybody looking for something cheap, you're looking for trouble. Most of the estates you claim don't give you land. Go and check it. There are always this cheap, affordable housing. There is no affordable housing in Nigeria. Let's be realistic. The cost of buying land that is legit land, genuine land, is more expensive. And nobody wants to say the truth, right? We developers don't manufacture land. We also buy it. And it comes higher. We often buy land twice. We buy from the family. We end up still going to pay government. I'm building some houses now. You need to see the earlier. I mean, I was just building how many units? Less than 10 units. The government has collected over 30 million on permits. Over 30 million on permits on less than 10 unit housing. Okay? So you, the investors, instead of you to protest against government, protest against people in government, you just keep facing developers. Developers are just entrepreneurs, right? So you buy land at a cheap price, it's difficult for the developer to give you the land. Because what you don't know is that Omonile, let me tell you what usually happens to all these people who sell you cheap land, right? They start this land because they are trying to attract customers. They almost sell it at the same price they are buying it. You're buying the land, let's say for 750, you sell it for 1 million. Okay, guess what? All you paid for maybe 100 plots. Because you sell it so cheap, you now had 500 people who paid. You go back to the family, they tell you there is 1.5 million they are selling the remaining portion of the land. If you now, most of your customers even did not even pay you the entire 1 million at once. They started paying 150,000. They are not ready. You know, if you tell them they have to pay more. So you can't go back to the land, family land, they are selling higher than what you were selling before. You're in trouble. That's what happened to most of these people. So what GText do is to make sure we're charging the right price, that make sure we're able to sell and you get your land and there's no story. But it's not cheap. So it's your choice. Dauda says, I'm grateful for the value you have added today. So please, what do I do as a student to close knots to make it big in real estate? Join the Sivakta University, right? So let's do this. First 20 people to chat me on this number. Please, I have some rules because I'm reluctant. I'm going to attend to the first 20 to chat me up. I'll personally attend to you and I'll link you with one of our wealth advisors. So attend to you does not mean I'm the one answering everything. I'll link you up with our wealth advisors, right? But you are chatting me directly, and it's my personal lines. Don't call the 9. Just send your full name and your investment budget, your full name and what you can afford, right? And I'm only attending to those who at least have from $2,000 to $100,000, okay? If you want to invest in Dubai, in Nigeria, in UK, in US, just state your investment budget, the location, and your full name. Okay, Stephen Akinta, not Stephen. If you say Stephen, I will ask you for your surname. I need your full name. And only WhatsApp chat, please. WhatsApp chat. Okay, WhatsApp chat only. I'm attending to the first 20. Okay. Somebody say, what about $1,000? Honestly, we don't have any property that you can even deposit $1,000. Even the $2,000 is a deposit fee, right? And I'm just going to make that exception. Now, let me give you a good news. We are currently running a 30% promo on all our estates, okay? All our estates. Now, for those of you who are doing outright and you are paying tonight, for any of our estate, I will be giving you an extra 1 million naira discount. How many of you are happy about that? Yes, 9,000 euros is fine. Chat me up. How many of you are happy? But please, there's a clause, so you are paying outright, so, right? Aside the 30% discount, you will still get another extra 1 million naira coupon. 1 million naira off if you are paying all the money at once. What do I mean? If the land is going for 10 million, your 30%, means you are only paying 7 million. Now, if you are transferring your money tonight, what am I doing extra? Instead of paying 7 million, you are just paying 6 million, but you have to pay the entire 6 million at once. I hope that's clear. If it's clear, type clear. Let me see. I have a question. How many years did it take you to be a billionaire since you started selling popcorn? 14 years, right? Technically, let's say, we started having assets in billions 2016, 2017. We started doing billions in transaction from 2018. So in Naira, we will soon do dollars. Don't worry, we're on our way. So, it's taking time. It's not, Also, we have an opportunity for some of you who want to invest cash. You don't necessarily want to buy property, but you want to give us your funds. We do business with it and we give you returns. We share profit every year. we do that as well. Okay, so you can reach out on that. Let me see. Okay, guys, I have to go. I wish I could take a lot of questions here. Noah, can you attempt to be answering these questions if you can? Also, a lot of people to join the university. A lot of them also want to buy the Billionaire Habit book. So once you join the group, you can give them the link. Many want to. But please, all of you are chatting me up. I can see a lot of you chatting me up. Wow, I hope you are not more than 20. So many people chatting. Please don't forget the rule. State your full name. Your name, your full name, your location, the place you prefer to buy property from, whether it's Nigeria or Dubai or UK or whatever. Your budget, remember the minimum you can buy if you are buying property outside Nigeria, the minimum deposit, most of our property, the minimum is around $30,000. That is the minimum deposit, $30,000, right? For Dubai. For UK is even more. For US is even more. So please note that. So it's not like you chatting me up now and say you have $2,000. I say, where do you want to buy property? You say UK. How can you buy property with $2,000 deposit in UK? There's nothing like that. So please, it's important that you know that. Somebody says, what is the expected ROI on a 600 square meter of land in Ibeju-Lekki next 5 years, selling now at 800,000? If any land in Ibeju-Lekki is selling at 800,000, run. That's a fake land. Take it from me. Don't near it. Anybody telling you they are selling land at Ibeju-Lekki at 800,000, run. Let me repeat, run. When I say Japa, I am a developer, right? I'm a developer, right? The last land I'm paying for now in the same Ibeju-Lekki that has Gazette, right? I am paying, I think, 12 million per plot, 12 million per plot. How can you in the same place be finding a land there for 800K? How? You see how people put themselves into trouble? You see how they put themselves into trouble? Later, you now say the land is not correct land, they scammed you, they did this, but I just told you now, any wafa and wofo, right? And yet you are already calculating return on investment in 5 years' time. God help us. Now, here are the kind of land. Even the one, we have a land burial beachfront is already developed. People live in that community. It's a session in view, right? A session in view, and it's 15 million. A session in view. Of course, the reason for that is because it's behind Amen Estate, or Amen is before Amen Estate. We're sharing boundary with Amen Phase 2. So the entire place is developed and all of that. So if a land that is a session in view that GText is selling, we fence the place, is going for 15 million, right? Somebody is now telling you a good land, 800K, how? Right? I've told you, run away from Omonile. Go and buy from developers, because even if a developer sell a land that is not yet perfected, he most likely will be able to process the document, right? He will fence it around. He will protect it from it being stolen from you, which is what we have been doing, right? So be careful when it comes to this. A lot of, somebody say he has a land in Epe, is 800K, has good title. Yes, Epe, you can find 800K. but it is still not normal title. It's probably free lease. You still have to process the COO. You still have to develop the land. It's most likely not going to be near the express. GText like to buy land that is near the express, right? Because those places, the value appreciate. Like that, this Berry Beachfront is facing the new coastal road. In fact, we're in front like this, both ways, right? So, there are things around land banking. It's not just buying the land. There's certain location you buy, right? Before you say Jack Robinson, the thing goes up, right? So even in Epe, the property we're about to buy in Epe now, they told me is facing the express, right? I think it's even free lease, but because it's facing the express, they asked me to come and pay 7 million. They will intend to negotiate it in Epe because it's facing the express, right? Facing the main express. So when GText buy property, that's why when people compare us, right, I just laugh because in the same Epe, there's the land on the express. There's the land that you go inside, right? So there are dimensions to these things. You just look for a credible company, take some risk by trusting them, and move on. Okay, go ahead. Please put your hands together for the head of Steve Actel Consulting, Mr. Noah. Can we clap for him? My wife has been waiting for me, except you want my wife to kick me out of the house. And many of you that are watching me, you will not host me. If I come to your house now that my wife has chased me out of the house because I overstayed, or I did webinar and did not go and do massage with her. Many of you will not keep me in your house. Otherwise, I will drive you back. You see? You are confessing already. Many of you will not bail me out. So I beg, let me go and meet my wife. Love you all. God bless you. No, I take it away. Please try and answer as many, but many are asking for a link to buy the book as well as the Steve Actel University. For those of you buying the Steve Actel University, I'm going to give you a bonus if you pay tonight, either Steve Actel University or if you buy both Steve Actel University and my book, I'm going to give you a gift. I will not announce it yet, right? I will tell you the gift tomorrow, a bonus gift. I'll tell you tomorrow. Again, for the last time, the 20 people who want to do land banking tonight, they have their money, they are ready to invest tonight and to pay today. Please chat the number +447949652845. Again, +447949652845. Again, +447949652845. The free book I'm giving is called Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. Once you join the WhatsApp group, okay, they will give you that. That is already in the WhatsApp group. Please, once you are chatting me on WhatsApp, state your full name, your budget,